Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Limington Select Board meeting for October 3rd, 2024. We're going to call the meeting to order a little late tonight at 7:04 p.m., and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We need approval of the meeting minutes for September 26, 2024.
I'll make a
Jinx.
I'll make a motion we accept the minutes.
I'll second that.
Approve the minutes, sorry.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries. Approval of the warrants for week number 40. Payroll warrant 92 in the amount of $30,572.04. Appropriations warrant number 93 in the amount of $420,043.37. The total for warrants 92 and 93 is $450,615.41. Recurring bills, Bureau Motor Vehicles, $11,109.25. Treasurer of State for dog licenses, $3. Charter Communications, $12.31. Reimbursement for mileage for Craig Garliano, $272.02. Department of Inland Fisheries, $2,745.25. Maine Medical Center Pharmacy charges, $586.46. Medical reimbursement services, $2,711.94. UniFirst, $139.62. Mellon and Son Disposal, $25,000. MS86, $368,513.97. That's the bulk of the appropriations. Pitney Bowes Postage, $221.19. Presto Fixo Janitorial. They still do stuff for us?
The last one.
That's the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $287.50. Stephen Kelly mileage, $33.50. Spectrum security cameras, $4,742.21. That comes out of the ARPA funds.
Yes.
Town of Standish, they did an intercept for us for $300. I will await a motion for the warrants.
I'll make a motion that we accept warrants, appropriations warrant 93 and payroll warrant 92.
I will second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries. Purchase order requests. Anyone have a preference?
It doesn't matter, I can.
All right.
Excuse me. Code enforcement, request to pay MBOIA for training and membership fees, $140.
I'll make a motion that we accept code enforcement purchase order request.
I will second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries.
Fire and EMS, a request to pay Admiral Fire for uniforms, $79.95, sorry. A request to pay Amazon for ink, $107.88. A request to pay Bound Tree for EMS supplies, $600.50. A request to pay Hartford Communications for portable batteries, $360.
I will make a motion to approve the fire and EMS purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries.
Public Works, a request to pay Carroll Materials LLC for paving over culverts, $808.84. A request to pay Keyser Falls Napa for fittings for excavator and loader, $793.22.
I'll make a motion to approve the Public Works Department purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries.
What?
Davis Memorial Library.
Davis Memorial Library, sorry. A request to pay Amazon for cleaning supplies, book, and sticky notes, $56.82. A request to pay Beverly Foss reimbursement, GC, $30 for a gift card, sorry.
I will make a motion to approve the Davis Memorial Library purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries.
Board of Appeals, a request to pay Poland Press Herald for legal ad, $142.65.
I'll make a motion to approve the Board of Appeals purchase order request.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries.
And Municipal Complex, a request to pay Amazon for cleaning supplies, $68.60. And a request to pay WB Mason for Post-its and index cards, $11.49.
I'll make a motion to approve the municipal complex purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Weekly activities. We've all been very busy this week with our own stuff, so we didn't have too many people come into the office today. I will announce the Financial Advisory Committee is going to be meeting October 10th. They'll be discussing the Parks and Rec Department's budget. October 15th will be the Public Works. November 7th is going to be the Planning Board, Code Enforcement, Animal Control, and Library. And November 21st, if everything goes right, the Select Board will be displaying the town budget portion that we handle. With that said, the town did approve of the changing of the town government from selectmen town meeting to selectmen town manager town meeting. We will be meeting with the town's attorney, Ben McCall, on October 24th at 4 p.m. Right now, he's scheduled to either call in or do a Zoom call unless we have specifically requested him to be here in public. More to come on that. So how about, with that said, why don't we go into the different department weekly reports? Who wants to start us off?
I got a few of them I can start.
Please.
Excuse me. This came from the EMS director. Judy Milham will be retiring from the Limington Fire and EMS in November. Judy has been a dedicated employee to the town of Limington citizens for 10 years. They will be having a get-together at the Queen's Head Pub in Bridgeton on November 16th at 5 p.m. They are hoping that many will be available to attend. If you want to attend, please RSVP to the email, or let me see here. I would contact the EMS director directly. If you want to attend, it's by November 1st. And the address is Queen's Head Pub, 271 Main Street, Bridgeton.
Thank you, Judy, for your service.
Yes. Looks like also EMS director has submitted, she has submitted to Maine EMS the final report on the grant. That should be all set unless other questions apply. They need to file an application with the Maine EMS for the renewal of services license. She will be completing the application within the next couple of weeks. This will have to be completed before November 1st. As you are aware, the fly car is at Wild One Motorsports being worked on for inspection. As to date, the only communication that has been with them was a rough price on tires, which is needed for the state inspection. And the mounting balancing of 4 was $835. And they're hoping to hear from them by the end of the week. If you have any questions on EMS, please reach out. That would be Don's update from EMS. Fire EMS, month to date, 66. Number of calls this week, 20. Month to date, 66. Year to date, 578. And 5 of them were fire, 15 were EMS. Schedule status, all shifts were staffed fully all week. October's schedule is full. Trainings, no in-house, away. Tuesday, the chief attended the FEMA training in Yarmouth. Let me see here. Maintenance and conducted in needed facility. Ply movement started, what's that? Plymo vent. Yeah, sorry. Started the installation of the ventilation system on Thursday and Friday. They will return Monday. After the installation is complete, Cardinal Electric will have to come and power it up. I did get a chance to go out and look at it, and what a great job, and it's going to be a great addition to keep the toxins out of those folks.
Very good.
Yeah,
It's
the
been
system.
a long time coming.
Yeah. So, let me see here. Facility, equipment, vehicles, no mechanical issues last week. Scheduled annual annual pump testing for October 20th. They will take all the trucks to Moimodeo and test each truck's pump to ensure it's able to pump at its rate of capacity. Special notes, month to date, they are 1 call ahead of last September. They're currently 36 calls ahead of last year. The chief has started the application process to the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation. He is hoping to be awarded funds towards the purchase of a new SCBA compressor and fill station.
Tammy, what you got for us?
I have Parks and Rec and CEO.
All right.
So, from the Parks and Rec Department, the revenue year-to-date that has come in from this department is a total of $162,049. $126,771 was on the recreation line. $33,188 was on the Momadeo Beach line. And $2,090 have come in from Old Town Hall rentals. So thank you very much, Madison, for all that you do for this. Before and after care, we have 38 children in the program currently, still have openings available for the morning and afternoon. The coffee social is every Wednesday from 9:30 to 11:30 at the Old Town Hall. Registration is open for the first teacher in-service day of the year on Friday, October 11th. Childcare is provided at HP Emory from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And we'll be taking a trip to Dole's Orchard to go apple picking and get lunch. The fee is $45 for the day. Pickleball is still happening at Blake Memorial Field every Tuesday and Friday night at 5:30. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned player, all are welcome. Trunk or Treat is coming up on Saturday, October 26th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Municipal Office parking lot. Rain date, Sunday, October 27th. More information to come shortly. We are hoping to launch the completed form of the new Parks and Recreation website next week. This will allow for online registration and payment for all programs going forward, in addition to many other features. You can check out the website at limingtonrec.com and create an account for your family. Eventually, we will have online reservations available for Momadeo and the Old Town Hall available as well. Just one side note, we are in the process of having a new Blake Memorial Field sign painted. That is not complete yet. I hope to have that, an update on that, hopefully in the next week or two, and we can get that sign put back up on the backstop where it belongs. But again, not certain of the actual date. I don't think the sign has been completed yet. From the CEO office, this is, okay, from week ending 9/25. Fees from all the total permits, there were 6 additional permits for the week, for a total of $1,909 for all those fees. And the total to date coming in from the CEO office is $122,547.91. Craig has been on 8 inspections this week.
Excellent. Thank you. Moving into Public Works, this past week, the department was focused on making sure that the roads are ready for all state paving. They have a large section towards the end of Shaving Hill Road with very weak shoulders. They've added material to help stabilize the roadside and road base as pavement rutting is severe. This area has been difficult to maintain as drainage was very poor. They have also worked to remove several trees and sumac around intersections along the road. Private roads along Shaving Hill can be difficult to see due to vegetation. Missing road signs were replaced and will be visible for emergency vehicles. Paving is scheduled to start Tuesday, October 8th. Isn't that the same day that they're going to be putting in that 4-way stop?
That's the completion date.
That's the completion date.
October 8th is
All
the
right.
completion date.
A lot going on October 8th. They will most likely start with hard scrabble as they need to shim 3,500 feet from Sand Pond. Then we'll pave over the entire road with 1 to 1.5 inch surface. They have started some repairs on the sleeping quarter roofs for the fire and EMS department. Library will need help clearing gutters to prevent any leaks. The intersection on Route 11 and Route 117 still on schedule to have the four-way stop installed and active October 8th. The department director was also able to meet with the Maine Department of Transportation engineer about 117 from Mill Turn Road to Route 11. They have several areas along the shoulder making the road difficult to maintain. After talking with the engineer today, they will be inspecting this section of 117 to come up with a plan for repairs as soon as possible. They will also look into the intersection of Boothby and 117 for a better solution than a traffic mirror. They've had a few discussions on signs that indicate when traffic is approaching, as they have several in operation that could work to make this intersection safer. The director will give an update on any ideas that they come up with, and will let residents know that any road getting new pavement. Department of Public Works will be adding reclaim to aprons on the gravel driveways or roads to blend in with the new road. Paving contracts are not responsible for gravel. All right. Now,
One other, just the planning board.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
We received the Monday, October 7th will be the planning board meeting at 7 o'clock. They are looking to let me see here. Conditional use permit application from Ray Marshall for recreational tents to be located at 697 Secocas Ave. So that's what's on the agenda for this coming Monday's planning board meeting.
Fantastic. Tune in. All of the issues regarding the recordings have finally been worked out. At least, I hope. All right. Moving along, we need to have a public hearing for the general assistance guidelines. Can I have a motion to enter into public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor? We are in public hearing. General assistance ordinances, appendices A through H. Every year, the General Assistance Office for the state requires that we update our records to reflect their maximums and different allotments for the individuals who are eligible for general assistance. We have to adopt these changes. If we don't adopt these changes, then General Assistance Office will no longer give us our 70% reimbursement from the general assistance cases that we do approve. I do have the appendices here, all the information that will be changing for the town, if anybody would like to view it. It's pretty standard stuff. I believe you two have seen it as well. So if anyone from the public has any questions before we take a vote to approve, seeing none, I will make a motion to approve the new general assistance ordinances, appendices A through H for 2024-2025.
I will second it.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. The ordinance has been approved.
I'll sign that. It's kind of state mandated. It
It
has to
is.
pass.
It
so
is. Yeah.
It's just updates.
Standard stuff, but we still have to go through the procedure in order to officially adopt it. With that said, I will entertain a motion to leave the public hearing.
I make a motion, we exit the public hearing.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor? We are now out of public hearing. Thank you. Informational bulletin. Tammy, would you like to bring us home with that?
The Select Board office hours are Thursdays 2 to 8, and the on-air meeting
I got it.
time is Thursdays, beginning at 7 p.m. Transfer station hours are Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4, and Wednesday, noon to 4. A transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle windshield for the disposal of all items. These stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. The transfer station does not accept brush, yard clippings, or hazardous waste. Riverside Recycling in Portland does take hazardous waste and clippings. General assistance office hours are Wednesdays from 12:30 to 2:30. Applications are available from the town clerk's office during their normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed. And the planning board meets at the municipal complex the first and third Monday evenings at 7 o'clock. We've already mentioned Parks and Rec.
There is one more thing.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you go ahead.
okay,
with
no,
that.
we would like to thank Jeff Georgia for hanging the topography maps and habitat maps that are framed for the town. They're in here now on the walls. He did a great job making wood frames for them. We had priced out frames online and they were crazy money. So he did them for a fraction of the cost.
He did them
What's that?
for nothing.
Yeah, he did them for free.
For
But,
us.
yeah, and they came in today along with Michael and Bonnie, Lord Laughlin, and hung them up this afternoon. So it's, they're having a little tape issue on the staying there, but they're great to look at. So I just wanted to make sure that got
Thank
out.
them for it.
Yes,
very much.
thank you.
Yeah,
I almost forgot, next week we are going to be having an executive session. Excuse me. That was enough to get me out of breath. Pursuant to 1 MRSA subsections 4056A and subsections 4056E, personnel matters and consultation with legal counsel. There. With that said, is there anything else to come before the board?
Emil, do you have oxygen?
yeah. We have EMS here and fire.
If there's nothing else to come before the board.
Oh, we can open it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. To the
Jason Smith, Morgan Lane. Is that on?
I think it's on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just had a couple of follow-up things to last week's town meeting. I just was wondering if there was any update on, I guess, what the process is going to be going forward, if we're still lacking trucks and all of that thing. I don't know if you guys had had any discussion. I know it was
No
just last
discussion
week, but-
as of yet. Well, that's not true. We were talking about the fire truck that is,
The new one that was just built, we set a time for next week for the board to go down and inspect its full operation, just to make sure we're good to go. With that truck and the Marquis truck, the wheeler, and then the 2 550s, right now, we've got to look into the budget a little further and see if there is any possibility of pulling money out of the current budget in there to at least get one truck. It's been a week,
Yep.
and we just haven't had the time to dig into that. We've been in sessions today, so it's just, but we're gonna, hopefully we can find some extra leftovers out of the current year budget to try to at least get one truck, so we've got a good shot at the winter.
it
So
will,
is the completing the build of the original plan, is that ruled out now, or, I mean, the money that's already been approved out of the capital fund?
I don't know.
for the purchase of plow trucks?
No,
For building
what he's talking about is we currently have a body.
Oh.
chassis?
We have a body, we have a bunch of stuff purchased down there to go
Yes.
on a chassis.
Yes.
I think maybe we'll be making a determination on the parts and the plan
After Thursday,
after Thursday.
to making sure this one currently is up to par and ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, it was just, the town's already sort of headed down this road. I would hate to see us kind of stop halfway through, because, I mean, you could throw those parts out for auction or whatever. I mean, there was some discussion about that, but it's like, you're not gonna.
Not gonna get what we got into them.
Yeah, I mean.
No, I understand
At
that.
this point, to me, it's like, build the truck, even if we had to subcontract it out. I understand that the Public Works Department's busy and maybe they don't want to do it, or whatever I don't know what the story is, but we've kind of headed down that road. Let's complete that. And then moving forward, my suggestion is that, and I'll be on, hopefully, beyond the FAC, that will, you know, put in some money in the capital plan for a truck next year or something like that, so that we can get that second one that you've been looking for. And just a little bit of information, I've got a family member, he's the Public Works Director in the town of Conway. Obviously, the town of Conway is much different than Limington. They recently purchased a couple of six-wheel trucks, so similar to the smaller internationals and the Freightliners and things that are down there. Those were in the ballpark, brand new, fully outfitted, I believe with four-season bodies on them. They were in the neighborhood of $225. And then this year, they have ordered or spec'd out at least a 10-wheeler, so the bigger one with the tandem wheels in the back, $300,000 ballpark for that. And that's
brand new.
That's brand new, and obviously spec'd out the way that the town of Conway wanted them. I mean, I'm sure we could probably cut some or add some, I'm not sure. And then, of course, if you had slide-in sanders that we already own, you wouldn't have to buy the four-season body, things like that, so. And then the other thing I was going to mention was the town manager. My mother happens to be a retired town manager, and I spoke with her, and she said that Maine Municipal should have all kinds of information on how to build that, how to look for it. There should be a lot of help there. But then the other, there's a private company out of New Hampshire that she had recommended before, years ago. It's Municipal Resources, Inc., and they're in New Hampshire, and they help towns recruit. They'll even help you get like an interim person in there while you're recruiting. So that's Municipal Resources, Inc., and they're out of New Hampshire. I don't know if there's anybody in Maine that kind of does exactly that. There's lots of like helping you hire a contractor type stuff that I found, but that was the only one that I knew of there. And then the only other thing I was going to mention was Blake Memorial Field. There is a plaque over there that talks about the Mr. Blake that the field is named after. I think Madison knows where the plaque is. It was in the building there. It used to be mounted on a rock. And one of the things that I had always wanted to do was find a rock, put it over there by the flagpole, and remount that. And I think it would be kind of great in conjunction with the new sign and maybe like a rededication of the field or something like that. Or I don't know if that's in the budget or works at all or whatever. But the plaque is over there. We just need a rock.
You need a rock. How big of a rock? What's the dimension of the rock? You
Big
want it
enough so
tall,
nobody.
You're gonna walk off with it.
round,
I got a
square?
couple of big granite slabs on my property. I'd donate one. The question is, how do we move the thing?
Excavator.
It's big. It's like that.
Public Works with an
Yeah,
excavator.
we obviously want to be careful about using town resources on private property, but I have a tractor. I'll come over and lift the thing if that's what we need to do, so.
Right.
Yeah. That's all.
Thank you, Jake. If there's nothing else to come before the board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn?
I second that.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 7:33 PM. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We will see you next week.